you're not going to the music industry program, you're in the Department of Music Industry, right? So that means you got a raise too. Let's see what else. We've got a couple of, the faculty I want to introduce to you about, they've got a couple of new adjuncts and some new initiatives we're talking about. So let's just get started. Now we have our, the faculty is going to come up and tell you what they're doing and what they're working on that you can participate in. So let's start with Jay. Jay Crudy, give Jay Crudy a hand, okay? Come on, Jay Crudy. Right here.
Is this on?
Yep.
Hi, everyone. I think I know most of you. We've got some pretty cool things going on in the studio this semester. We recently completed, or about to complete on Wednesday, a new isolation booth in our big studio. So that'll be pretty cool. We're always doing upgrades. We're upgrading the TV studio to modernize it. And we always have a lot of projects in the works. One of the things I'd like to talk to you about today, though, is the EUs, the entrepreneurial units. I think it's one of the best things that you can be involved with during your time here. Mainly because not only could you make money doing it, but you can also get a lot of practical real-world experience. And I mean, I think maybe some of you either don't know about the EUs or you're kind of unsure about it, but I just want to dispel some of the myths that, I mean, the EUs will train you. I mean, for instance, if you're interested in recording engineering, I mean, they'll provide training to you. They'll try to assist you in getting you to the point where you can take on paying jobs and actually get a lot of experience. And we have EUs in a lot of different areas. You know, pretty much, you know, the ones you see up here. We have live sound. We have recording studio. We have graphic design, video production. What other ones? The radio station technically is an EU as well. The production EU is planning events and producing events. So there's a lot of different facets of this program. And the EUs is one area that you can really make a difference and get a lot of experience in the process. Yeah, I'd advise you, please try to get involved if you can. I mean, even if ultimately it's not what you want to do, at least try it out. See what it's all about and see if you can make a difference there. So that's about all I got.
Well, thank you very much. You know, the EU program is something we started right after Katrina, short for Entrepreneurial Unit. And the idea is to connect it to the classroom, like a lab might be connected to a biology classroom, or like an orchestra is connected to theory and to practicing. So the music school is very well used to you know, manifesting their theory into performance. So there's something that comes out of it. And most of academia, that's not the case, right? We don't start business in the business school. And we don't write philosophy books in the philosophy department. But here we do perform music and theater, and we make art and these things. So the EU program is kind of consistent with that. The idea is to give you some practical experience under this kind of protection and running a company and providing services. So, and we're also, there is an EU manual, and that's posted, I think, under that EU tab up there. So if you're interested in any of these, you just go there and post a comment, give us your name and email, and then you'll get an email. So the production EU, which I'm involved in, usually is meeting on Thursdays at 12:30. Hillary, are you here? You want to say anything about this production EU?
Yeah, so the production EU is just like a group of students, and we all work on producing like different projects and events. Like Ann and I work on music news every week, and then we have Mike who's doing Live in New Orleans. So if you're interested in producing things and getting experience in that, I would definitely say come join the production EU. We don't have a name for it yet, but we're working on it.
Right now it's production company.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're also, the production EU books all the forum guests. And you know, if you join one of these companies, it's not like you're indentured. You don't have to stay. You don't have to, you know, it's a matter of coming in and participating in a group to get something done. So if you want to meet with the production EU, come Thursday at 12:30 to the conference room outside my office. We'll try to find a more felicitous time because that does cut out the BM students because that is recital hour. So we'll try to avoid that. But right now, let's just say 12:30 for Thursday until we find a new time that suits everybody's schedule and go forward. And when you get, there's no book, and the schedule's not set for these other EU meetings yet until we kind of get an idea who wants to be in them and what their schedules are. This very well might be, the EU program has a funding issue, so we're trying to straighten that out. So this is a semester to get involved, believe me. So what else? There was a thing handed out at the front, and so Braden, who's producing for the center, made this document. So you can fill that out and just leave it with one of the ladies at the door, or leave it down here after the form is over, and that's another way you can give us your information. We can call you about it. What else we got here? Let's talk about Jim Gabor and what he's got going on. You got it? Can you do it? Jim Gabor.
I don't do much. I teach the digital filmmaking classes, and a lot of guys have taken it. The digital filmmaking classes count toward your music technology requirement for your music industry studies degree. So I usually get to see you guys in at least one of them. They get booked up very quickly because we try to keep the numbers down in the advanced classes to a maximum of 12. The video editing and the writing and directing class stay at 12, though we have a lot of people pushing to get extra seats this time. So when it comes up for spring, try to jump on it quickly. The intro class, which is a lot of fun where you work with the crew and you first get your hands on real equipment and get to go out in the field and actually do stuff, working with strangers to produce films of all different kinds. That class has 24 in it. We have 6 crews of 4 people. It's a fun gig. You learn a lot of technical stuff, which is kind of a pain, but at the same time, it really gives you a great basis to go out, promote yourself, your band, your own work. You learn how to really deal with film. 2 of the people in the class of 24 for this semester, the class starts tomorrow, by the way, at 2 o'clock. 2 of the people who were signed up, it was booked out, discovered that they'd already taken it, and they were signed up to take it again. So just today, this afternoon, 2 seats came open. So if you're interested in taking one of those 2 seats and getting into the intro class, which requires no prior experience and is really a pretty hoot, though I'm not going to let anybody do reality shows again. Last semester it was just some seriously bad thing. No more reality shows. But you learn how to do conceptual film or a fiction piece, like a music video or a short film. You learn how to do live concerts or acting or performance pieces. And you learn how to do documentaries. All in the same class. You get your hands wet in all 3 major forms. So if you haven't filled out your hours, you need a 2-hour class. There are 2 seats only, MUGN M415. That's Intro to Digital Filmmaking, MUGN M415. And no matter what, hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Jim. So another thing, that form that was handed out was about skill clinics. So the staff of the center is going to offer clinics to train you on cameras and lighting and also editing and directing. So that's kind of a short form of Jim's courses. And we can put you to work and we can also pay you to train you. So we pay you minimum wage to train you, and then we pay you more as you go up the ladder. And so if you end up, say, working in the video EU and you're shooting, say, the orchestra concert, then you're going to make $15 an hour. So it's not too bad as far as the money goes, and also the skills are pretty interesting. Also, it's interesting to get credits, production credits are helpful. What else? I guess we should go on. So Mr. Patello, Paul Patello, Dr. Patello, he's going to talk to you about what he's got going on and what's happening with the ensemble.
Hello, how are you? Hello, hello. So I think most of you know me. I'm Paul Patello. I teach a number of music technology courses. This term I'm teaching Intro to Music Technology, concert recording, and the electroacoustic ensemble. Speaking of the ensemble, I think most of you know about it. It's a laptop ensemble. We've got a couple of spaces left, so if anybody's interested in joining it and perhaps getting their ensemble credit, please feel free to do so. We've got a couple of great gigs this semester. We're going to be performing at the New Orleans Museum of Art. We're going to be performing with this ensemble from Texas in Roussel Hall in February. So we've got a cool set of concerts coming up. Yeah, cool, thank you.
You want to talk a minute about your concert recording course? I know it's full though, right?
It's full.
Well, tell me what you're going to be doing with it, because that's...
We're going to be recording concerts.
Well...
No, I'm being facetious. We're going to be recording non-rock music. We're going to be recording soloists. We're going to be recording ensembles, the orchestra. We're going to be doing location recordings, and we've got a great bunch of equipment that's coming in to be able to do this in order to make pretty top-notch recordings. We're going to look at acoustics of space. We're going to measure different spaces here on campus, figure out the reverb tails, figure out the frequency response of those spaces, impulse response, etc. We're going to look at the how different instruments radiate sound. It's going to be a lot of acoustics in this class. It's going to be really hardcore. I guess I'm trying to make it kind of like Tonmeister light. Tonmeister is a school of recording where the recordists are acousticians, recording engineers, and musicians. So we'll be reading scores, because that's a very helpful thing when you're recording an orchestra, to be able to know where things, happened. So those of you who haven't done that, we're going to do easy ones. So you'll be okay. Cool?
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So, part of the equipment that Paul is using when you, in the 50s and when the 60s, when they make these great orchestral recordings, they have this big hole with 3 prongs on there to hold microphones. They call it the Decca tree. And it made some great recordings throughout, classical recordings throughout the history of the music business. So we're using this really top-notch equipment, really high-end microphones. We spent a good deal of money buying the equipment for that. So that's our new approach to recording music, is going to be as highly professional as we can get it. So let's talk to Mr. Bob Rainey. So welcome, Bob Rainey. Come on up, Bubba.
Thank you. I'll be teaching multimedia production again this semester, as well as the advanced course. I think by now most of you know what you're in for when you get into these classes. And I'm happy to see that the advanced course is full right now. We should have some space for those of you on the wait list. So get in touch with me if you still want to be in the class and if you're on the wait list. Studio TAs. I'll be advising the studio TAs again. If you are interested in the program, you need a letter of recommendation from one of the tech faculty or Jay Crudy, and also from a current studio TA. So if you are confused about what that involves and what the program involves, come and talk to me. This sort of goes along with what John just said about professional quality recording and whatnot. So that's all I got for you right now. I hope you guys have a great semester. I'll see you all soon.
Thank you very much. Okay, Billy O'Connell. How about Billy O'Connell? Come on up, Billy.
Hello. This semester I'll be teaching intro, again, all by myself. They took the training wheels off, and I've got intro all by myself. And then I'm teaching management and marketing again this semester, so if any of you have me for that, I'll be seeing you, some of you, after this. And beyond that, I don't have a whole lot else going on, except I got this sweater for Christmas. So I'm wearing it. Thank you. See you all soon. Have a great semester.
Thanks, Billy. So last semester, Billy was starting a talent EU, and that got a little delayed. We're still working that out, because I think that's an excellent thing for us to do. But until we are able to work out the issues, then we won't have it just yet. But that's coming. It won't be long. Maybe a couple of weeks. So George Howard is teaching Intro to Business right now, and so he's not here, but he sends his regards. He's over there teaching that course. And John Rankin is here. John, come up and talk about what you're up to.
Well, I've got the usual 14 guitar classes, And if you guys have any question about if any of those classes are appropriate for you, they may or may not be, but I'd be glad to talk to you about it. And we still have some room in the class 2 that meets 2:30 on Monday and Wednesday. And also we have some room in the contemporary ensembles. Usually we got about 20 people. We got about 10 people, which is good for me. But if you are interested in joining that, it's a good chance to meet some of the other musicians in here, build up some networking, work on your performance skills. It's kind of a blue-collar approach. You know, if it sounds bad, it's bad. If it sounds good, it's good. Big thing to announce right now is that our songwriters group is starting to get off the ground, Songwriters Anonymous. You're going to be seeing us more and more this semester. And we're having a meeting tomorrow at 12:30 in room 103. That's during the window to meet and greet if you'd like to come. And we're going to do something. John Paul, when did we set up that? The Friday. What was the Satchmo? When is that?
Yeah, Satchmo, Monday the 17th. We're going to come by and talk about finalizing the chart and maybe place them for each other.
So that's after Forum a week from today, is what you're saying. Hot cocoa. It's a bribe. It might work. Depends how cold it is. So anyway, if you're interested in songwriting, we're trying to get a group where we can help critique each other and learn from each other, learn some more people to play with and support our musical efforts, and to get our own songs out there a little bit more. I think it's going to be really exciting. If you're interested in songwriting, and that's where the money is if you're a musician, but I know we don't care about that. It's all about the art, but still you might want to be interested. Come see us tomorrow at 12:30. Thanks.
Thanks, John. Yeah. Well, you know, we are gonna. The song is the center of the whole music business. You know, those of you who've had the intro course, that's my view of it. You know, the whole thing starts from that, and so it's incredibly important. Now we're going to do an event this spring called Song and Score. And we're going to bring in some songwriters of note and some film scorers of note and spend some time here on a Saturday and go through people's work, and you can hear about how they do things and how they make money at it, and also how they raise to the best practices. So we'll keep a lookout for that. A couple of people, Matt Schwartzman's here. Matt, come on down. Matt's teaching arts administration this semester, and he comes from your PhD, Dr. Schwartzman. And so tell them about what your course is going to be. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Schwarzman, PhD. My background's in music theater. I run a teen program here in the city called Creative Forces, where we hire and train teenagers ages 14 to 18 to create and perform musical theater about social issues and tour around the country. I'm teaching the arts administration class this semester using a nice big book called The Fundamentals of Arts Management. My job, I think, in teaching this class is to make sure you understand that capitalism and music do not have to go together. I'm focusing on nonprofit, the nonprofit aspect of arts and music. And we'll be teaching you grant writing, event organizing, public relations, as well as nonprofit organizational management, some introduction to those. We'll have guest speakers. We'll be listening to music. We'll also be working on a project with the Center for Music and Arts Entrepreneurship. What we're doing, we're trying out, I think, something different than you've done before this year, where the students in the arts administration class will actually be working specifically on projects that relate to the center, and that's how you'll learn. I look forward to working with you, as many of you as I can. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Matt. So there are two other, Jay Weigel I don't think is here today, right? Jay's teaching film scoring again and musical supervision, so that's a Friday afternoon class, and so you're welcome to sign up for that if you like. And then Jude Boudreau is going to teach music finance for us this year. Jude is the president of the Alumni Association for the Business School. He also is an Ignatian Scholar here, graduated it's been probably 15 years now. And, but he's a local financial consultant and great guy. So I think you'll enjoy that class. There are a couple of the people I want to introduce you to, the staff of the center. You know, Kurt and Braden and Alex are back there somewhere, right? And you guys know Kurt, Braden, and Alex. They're going to be training you for these school clinics if you want. And Jeanne is the administrative person, and Jeanne is going to be the person you would talk to about getting into the system to be paid if you're one of those people who wants to get paid. So you'll see her on the fourth floor. Now, we have a couple other people here tonight who want to talk to you about some opportunities. Greg, let me see if I got this. Greg Rokes, from Where You At? You want to come up, Greg? Talk for a minute.
Hey guys, how's it going? Again, I'm Greg Rokes. I'm with Where You At magazine. I just wanted to tell y'all about some opportunities we have this coming semester. The internship program is full. However, we do have some writing positions. We have our Jazz Fest issues coming up, and I wanted to see if y'all would be, if there was anyone who was interested in maybe doing some music writing. We also do have regular music writing positions available. Music writers generally cover CD reviews, concert reviews, and we also cover up-and-coming musicians. Another opportunity I wanted to extend to y'all, if anyone's in a band, you're performing around town, you have shows coming up, and you're about to release an album, you publish your music online, please always feel free to reach out to us, send it our way. We really want to help everyone get the word out about their music, check out bands in the city, and that's about it. I have a couple of copies of our most recent issue up front if y'all want to check it out, just kind of get a feel for our writing style, our music writing style, and I have my business card. Feel free to give me a call, send me an email, just whatever. And we have a writers meeting coming up in the beginning of February, so if you want to send me your information, a resume, I can give you some more information on that. Thank you
so much. You know, obviously writing is a chief skill for you, and that is another way to get credits for that. So if you have opinions about music, this is a good time to express them. Now, Heather Twitchell is here also from the French Quarter Fest. So Heather, you want to come on up? We have two people. Come on up, y'all. Welcome these people. Hey.
Hello, I'm Heather. This is Marcy. She's our executive director. Hi, good evening. We're short, so we're going to do this. Hi, good evening. We represent that other music festival, French Quarter Festival. I want to ask, how many of you have actually been to French Quarter Festival? Excellent, beautiful. A handful. Okay, well, those of you who don't know who we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization. We produce 3 festivals each year. French Quarter Festival, of course, is our biggest. It's in April. We do Satchmo Summerfest in August, which is, of course, a tribute to Louis Armstrong. And then we do Christmas New Orleans style in December. French Quarter Festival, the one that we're here to talk to you about today, is it's become one of the largest music festivals in the country, unbelievably. And it's the largest free music festival in the South. It's all free and open to the public, and we take great pride in that. And we wanted to talk to you today about internship opportunities. We run this beast that we love so much with a staff of 6, and I'm very pleased to show you that Heather is a product of this program. She came through the Loyola Music School. She was an intern at French Quarter Festival, and she's been a full-time staff member since 2008, and she's just an incredible addition to our team. But she came through as an intern doing all the fun. We do have a lot of fun jobs. We have a lot of hardworking, you have to have a strong back kind of jobs. But it's a beautiful experience. It's great for your resume. They are unpaid internships, but they're great for college credit and invaluable experience, and sometimes you land yourself a job. I also wanted to mention, you mentioned grant writing. We obviously have French Quarter Festival that we do grant writing for, but we also have Satchmo Summerfest in August, which I think we could get a lot more funding for grants. So if anyone wants practice doing grant writing and actually seeing it come to fruition, that would be a great asset to us, that you could do this upcoming semester for the summer.
And I think just so you have an idea of what we're looking for, we have a lot of work that we do in the areas of festival operations, everything from permitting, working hands-on with restaurants, I think coordination of the festival itself. We also have need in the area of marketing and publicity, lots of really exciting opportunities to work with national, international, and local media there. stage managers. A lot of our interns have come through, have actually managed stages at the festival, which is really fun and good experience. Site managers, that's operational things. And then we also, we're powered by 1,100 volunteers, and we always need a lot of help with coordinating those volunteers. So it's kind of endless. Any talent you've got, bring it our way. You can email Heather, Heather, at fqfi.org. That's like French Quarter Festivals Inc.org. You can go to our website, contact any of us, and we'll bring you on in. Our offices are in the French Quarter. We have validated parking, so you don't have to incur any expenses. And you'll have a great time, and we'll feed you really well.
And the schedule is pretty flexible, too. Like, when it comes closer to festival, if you can't do during the week, you can do some weekends, because unfortunately, our reality is that we do get to work weekends in April.
And last but not least, I'd like to thank your faculty. You guys have always been so wonderful. We come here and do this every year, and Loyola has always been incredibly supportive of our programs, and we, of course, love to support everything you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's see now. Where are we at in this? Oh, Megan, that sounds like your job. Where's Megan? You got to sign up for that, right? Okay, so career services, internships, that's an internship, and you get credit for internships. You have to work 120 hours at any group of internships and write reports and get letters from your supervisors, and that's the end of it. But you need to put in that time, and so this is one way to do that. And we want to show you the career services site. I'm sure you've probably seen it, but just see if I can find this tab here. Where's the tab? There we go. So, this is on the university site, and this is Georgia McBride and Roberta Caskell. Roberta is the head of career services, and Georgia is our internship placement person. She's sick today, so she's not here, but she had a little speech she wanted to give to you. Now, they will help you with anything in terms of placement and internships, including resumes and interview technique and all that. But also, she's got a great database. So if you wanted something local, she can definitely hook you up with that. If you want something outside of New Orleans, say in the summertime, she can hook you up with that too. So if you feel inclined to go to New York or Nashville or LA this summer, come on by. And actually, since Mike Samus, who's the CFO of Universal Music Publishing, is a friend of ours, a friend of the programs, he controls the global Universal Music Publishing. So all those guys who report to him from around the world are also sources of internships for you. So if there's some country or you want to study abroad, you can let us know. We can contact Mike and see if we can hook you up with an internship wherever you might go. So that's a possibility as well. What else? I wanted to mention, you want to talk about the iPhone app? Didn't the radio station get a...
Crescent City Radio is now included in the Loyola University iPhone.
So it's
A link to it there.
from your little iPhone. Well, that's cool.
We already listen to it on an iPhone or Android, but now it's integrated in the Loyola app.
Okay. Now I just want to introduce you. Everybody knows Aisling. Aisling is my assistant in the office. So you know Aisling. So if you need to get it to my office, you call her and just book a time, and she'll take care of it. So let's talk a minute about the center. The center is the Center for Music and Arts Entrepreneurship, and that was founded right after Katrina, pursuant to a $1 million grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And there was $53 million that was put in from that department into the state, to the city to help after Katrina. And that money was divvied up among various organizations, and the Board of Regents got a sizable amount of it, and they put out a funding announcement. So from that, we got this $1 million. Now that $1 million runs out at the end of this semester, and we're trying to raise money in other ways and this and that. But that's something that we're trying to really keep going. Now we have these 3 websites. We have the center site. We also have 2 others for initiatives that we've been working on. One is the Year of the Writer. Let's see if it's down here. Can't see very good. Homepage. And we'll scroll down. So those are the 2 sites. So this Athletes in the Arts site is about health and wellness, and also injury recovery, prevention and rehabilitation for musicians and artists. And this is a group of national organizations, one of which is the American College of Sports Medicine. It's about 12,000 sports medical professionals. And there's some others that are of that same ilk. These are the people that take care of the football teams and the basketball teams and all the athletes in colleges and universities and professionally. They also take care of, there's another group called the Performing Arts Medical Association. So I've managed to put those two groups together. And the Performing Arts Medical Association are people who are very specialized in dealing with the injuries of musicians and dancers. Dancers especially have a lot of difficulties, but you know, musicians do too. Almost every musician is going to be injured at some point. And so the idea is, how do you prevent that? How do you recover from that? And also, how do you just instill general wellness issues to help you protect the delivery mechanism for your art, which is your body. So this is, we've got probably 6 or 7 other major national organizations interested in this. So we're going to do a national press release, probably here, but it may be at the Louisiana State Museum in March 23rd. And all those people, all those organizations will be sending their representatives. And we're trying to raise money and draw attention for the Musicians Health Clinic, because this is a local organization that's been serving musicians for many years, and especially after Katrina became very important, but it's still very important. There's probably 2,000, 2,500 people this organization serves. There's one doctor. They've lost their physical therapist, they've lost their dental program and their podiatry program and others, so you know, we're trying to help them out. And so that's something that Matt's class may also be involved in. How do we help raise money for this institution? Now this university has what we call service learning. And Jim's classes were engaged in those last semester and got a lot of recognition for it. It goes in your file. It's something that the university really cares deeply about. So this is a way of also getting involved in that and you know, doing something for the community as you educate yourself here. So we also need people to administer these sites. Now Patrick Regan, who's graduated last May, has been doing that for the last few months. So when Patrick moves on to law school, we're going to have to get somebody else to do it. So if you have any interest in managing a WordPress site for the Year of the Writer or for the Athletes in the Arts, you know, let me know. And that's a paying gig. Now the Year of the Writer is just a writing, it's to try to emphasize writing, the importance of writing in all of its forms. We have a music industry course in writing. It's not up this semester, but I'm trying to get it back up for next. And it's writing for the music industry, because in the music industry we have all kinds of writing. We have criticism, we have advocacy, we have legal writing, we have marketing writing, we have social networking writing, we have all kinds of different things. So looking at the same problem from different areas and writing about it in different ways, this shows you about writing in different stylistic manners. So this website was about that. And also we did a contest with the English department last spring. And we had an essay contest, and people won and got paid. And then the faculty was asked to write essays about writers or writing. And so some of them did. And there will be a book published in March that collects those essays. So that's one of the deliverables of this initiative. But we're going to try to bring in more music journalists. You know, maybe bring in somebody from the outside. In fact, we do have some people booked. I think, who is it? Who is it? What's his name? Steve Smith, right. Kristen booked. Is Kristen here? Who's Steve Smith? Okay. So, you know, we also have Keith Spira locally, and he's quite a talented writer, and maybe some others we can get down and come talk about music journalism. Anybody interested in that topic? Well, let's talk about it a little bit more then. What else? So we need help with this, with the center website as well. So there's 3 websites. The center website is essentially the program website. And by the way, there's another emphasis this year on Jesuit, the themes of Jesuit education. And that document is published, is posted on that, this site, the CFMAE site, under Music Industry Studies program. So if you want to check that out, please do. What else we got? So there's a couple of other things that we're kind of working on. I'm trying to create this program I'm calling Students First, because I want you guys to be first. I want us to incorporate you more in the decision-making process of the program. I want you to have more to say about the governance of the program, and I want you to be more, it's more yours, you know. So we're going to formulate that tomorrow in the faculty meeting, and you'll be hearing more about that going forward. So I think that's all of my announcements now. Do you have any announcements? Anybody playing any gigs coming up? Any music to be heard? Sir?
My name's Daniel Andrews. I'm part of the half step. Here halfway down there. And we played a new history forum last semester. We currently are looking for a new bassist and a drummer because of competitions that happen with them. We have a cello, sax, guitar, and vocals right now, so we need bassist and drummer. If you want to get in contact with us, you can email us at halfsteps@gmail.com, thehalfsteps@gmail.com, or you can just talk to one of us after.
Anybody else? Sir? Oh, I forgot about Sean.
This Friday night at the Hollow Wolf, we're having a Bluegrass brass band playing with 7 Allings Enterprise. And on Saturday, we're having Revival Palooza, which is Revivalist, a Blue Party, Mississippi Rail Company, and New Grass Country Club.
Wow, that's a good lineup. One thing I forgot before we make one announcement. Sean, come on up here, Sean. Sean Snyder, he's our PR guy. Welcome, Sean, okay? Thank you. Sean and I have been working on a concert that's coming up. You want to tell them about the concert?
Yeah, it's actually a great concert. My name is Sean Snyder. I am a communications manager who also does marketing in the Office of Institutional Advancement. And John and I, who we're not related, but we've been working on a great concert. It's going to be this Friday, and it's going to be in Russell Hall, and it's going to be different than what you typically see here at Loyola. It's going to be featuring a Cajun French act from Southwest Louisiana or Acadiana with the Lost Bayou Ramblers and Faux Follet, and they're both very well known in this area. They've played at the Jazz and Heritage Festival, at the there's an Acadiana French Festival in Lafayette. So it's going to bring a different flair of music to the university. If you're not from the area and you haven't seen this music live before, this would be a great opportunity for you to do that. And why are we bringing this here? Because this year in the Montage series, which I'm tasked to kind of promote the many events that we have at the college in the Montage series. This year we're celebrating the 400th anniversary of the Jesuits coming from France to Canada. And so that led to the eventual migration down to South Louisiana, bringing their music, their culture, their food. And so we're going to celebrate that into a single concert Friday night at 7:30. If you want more information, you can go online at montage.loyola.edu. Tickets are $8 for students. So, and any help that you could give spreading the word. I have some posters down here that I'm going to leave with Jan. So if you want to take one, and if you're going out tonight, tomorrow night, or the next night, put one out at the venue you're going to visit, and we'd appreciate any help you could give us.
You know, this is not like the old music. These are young guys, and so this is aggressive music. It's not just historical. So these guys are taking music that has a very firm root, has very firm roots in Lafayette. Lafayette is the center of Cajun culture, and Cajun culture and Zydeco come from the same root. So that's what this is celebrating. And these guys are all great musicians. They are really, they rock. So please try to come, and also tell your friends, because the problem is that we don't get many students to come to these concerts. It could be because of the $8, but I don't set the price. So if anybody needs the $8, come see me. I'll help you out. But I just don't want you to miss this concert if you can possibly help it. And if you can tell other people you think might be interested, we'd like to fill up the hall, or at least get a pretty good showing. So do what you can. We appreciate it. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Sean, that reminds me, Sean is a pianist, and Jeanne is a singer. Jeanne is singing lead in the opera for the College of Music and Fine Arts this spring. So we have very talented people on the staff, on the faculty, and in this room. And to that end, we've started this thing on the site called Our Work. And we're going to start posting the creative work of the people that are in our group, in our community. So I'm especially, fond of the idea of the people that are not teaching, but who are so talented. Tutti Buisson, who's in finance, is a pianist. There's so many creative people on this campus who are doing other things than what they were trained to do. So Sean's one of those. He was trained as a concert pianist, and now he's a concert public relations person. So there's a lot of ways of making money in the music business, I suppose. By the way, 12:30 Thursday in this room is the College of Music and Fine Arts Convocation. So you are in the College of Music and Fine Arts, except some of you may be in the College of Business still. But if you're certainly welcome to come to that event. Any other announcements here? I'll cut you off. Okay, what you got, Bubba?
My name is Simon. I'm a rapper. My rap name is Top Billion. Kanye West recently did a series called Good Fridays, which every Friday he released a new song. So in that same vein, I'm starting my own series. It's called Top Tuesdays. And tonight, I know it's kind of corny, but tonight I'm releasing the video that I shot when I remade one of Jay-Z's famous songs called Song Cry. Just go to YouTube and type in Top Billion and it's going to show up tonight, 12 o'clock.
Great, thank you, Simon. Anybody else? Sir. Oh, David?
This Friday at 10 o'clock, the Blue Company is opening up for Good Times at Midweek. It's $8, so come check out.
After the Cajun concert. Oh, what'd you say? I didn't hear that. Grace?
I'm with Loyola Staff, and we're the lifestyle company EU on campus. Took offerings to include the past few years. If you're interested in joining the experience or training, our first meeting is tomorrow at 12:30 here in Loyola in the meeting room by Snyder's office, third floor of the music building. And any questions on Friday? And we get the logs, send us an email at loyola.
Great. Sir?
Hey guys, I'm Ron, and I'm proud to announce that Torgo is back, and our first gig of the new year will be January 21st at the Howlowolf's Den. Please come on out to that, you won't be disappointed. Also follow us on Facebook and Twitter for information on that event and all other events and anything we're doing in the future.
That takes care of that. Yes, sir. Next. You're next. Smart.
Yo. How you doing? I just want to say it feels really good to be back. I took like a semester off, but now I'm back, so it's a blessing. That was funny. My name is Lyrics the Lyricist. I'm a MC as well. If any of you guys are interested, just by the way I look for my music, please check out thekidlyrics.com. That's DAKIDLYRIQS. If there's anyone in here on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, Underdog Central, the exact way it's spelled. And you can holler at me on Facebook, facebook.com/TheLyrics. That's lyrics with a Q, as I always spell it. And thanks, feels good to be back.
Welcome back, man. Glad to have you back, sir.
We're not going to the 6 billion other concerts this Friday. Fruity Joe's playing up his own, so if you're on freshman and show up.
By the way, if anybody has any ideas for TV shows, we have a TV studio. So if you have some thoughts about that, the Music News is every week, and those guys do a great job of that. And they're going to try to expand that. And we're still trying to pursue our Live from New Orleans, it's Friday night thing. Do you have an announcement?
I have some announcements tonight. There's a show Ross and Chris here, as well as another guy, Tyler. Have a little side project they do, and they're playing with another friend. We're a pretty cool fun band. They play Pittsburgh Fest. And, I think they did a great private section, but they're playing at the same tonight, $5. It's 21 and up, but I think that's about it. And then, what's that? Green face. Also on Friday, there's also another show at Carrollton Station, which is up on Willow and Carrollton. It's our band, Sun Hotel, and another local band, Boxes in Town. They're a couple Loyola graduates, and they're releasing a CD on Friday. It'll be really cool. It's also 5, I believe. If not, I'm really sorry.
Okay. Yeah, John.
We had a lot of people excited about last semester's Photoshop workshop. I know, the most exciting part of the music industry. But we decided to put on another one. So if you come first and want to learn more, or if it's the first one you wanted to, not tomorrow Tuesday, not the Tuesday that's after
Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Anybody else keeping up with the most important parts? That's it? Hey, listen, welcome back. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.